Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well and enjoying this beautiful weather that we've got here in WA. And my name is Amanda DJ, and I'm from Your Soul's Potential. And I offer this free weekly healing every week because I believe everyone should have access to spiritual healing. It's a wonderful way to be healed, and all you have to do is relax, open your heart, and accept the healing in. It's as simple as that. I've had an interesting week, as we all do. I met a wonderful lady the other day who had lost her son, and she wanted to know why she doesn't get signs. And he was giving her so many signs it was untrue until she went through her story, and I was able to point out all the different areas that he'd given her signs, and it was like watching a penny drop. She hadn't put it together. And I think more and more people are in the same category. They don't put it together. So, our loved ones, we can actually ask them to come through, and we can ask them to come through in our dreams. And if we just sit quietly and, again, just try and push out any thoughts from your head and say to them that now is a good time to come in, that they'll know anyway. They're always with us. And ask them to show you signs. You can even state what you want. So, if you want a coin or a feather or something, you can ask them, and they'll do their best to give it to you. Or you can ask them for something random, like, I don't know, a blue door or something. And you may not see a blue door, but if you pick up a magazine just randomly, you'll open a page and it has a blue door in it, and that's how they communicate with us. Along with the feathers, which everyone knows about, and coins with the dates on and things like that. It's just truly amazing. But the best way, I always feel, is to invite them in to your dreams, because they can come and intermingle with our spirit. Then it's easier for them, it's easier for us. And I always tell them that you love them, because when you tell them you love them, it goes up there tenfold, which is truly beautiful. So I'm just going to explain very briefly about angels and what they do. You have the archangels, which everyone knows about. They all have different roles, and they're from God. And then we have our guardian angel, who's been with us from birth through all our millennium of reincarnations, and they're there to protect our God spark that's within, to protect that light. And they're always with us, and they're the ones that can, if you're really in a bad situation, like a situation where you're going to get damaged by a car crash or something, they can step in and they can change things without consent. But generally, all angels, you have to invite them in yourself, and you can just speak the words in your head, or you can speak the words out loud, whichever feels best for you, and invite them in and say that you need help with whatever it is you need help with. And then the spirit guides are similar. We've had guides with us from the very beginning. Mine must be very patient. Because I give them very hell. And they're with us every step of the way, So no one is ever alone. People think, particularly when you're depressed and low, you think that you're on your own, but you're not, because they're stood there with us, and they would love to help, and they can't until we invite them in. And again, all this has been kept from us, so we don't know these things, which is such a shame. But they are there, and they are there to be invited in, so please do it. And if you have a problem, give it to them. I don't know, say you're worrying about a bill coming in that's a big bill and you're struggling to pay it. Give it to them and say, I give you this. Show me how to move forward to resolve this issue. And they will. He just open things up and give you a better way forward, and you don't even feel them doing it, but they do it. You know, I always put the analogy that we have a huge chessboard, and each one of us has this chessboard, and our guides are up there, and they're having to move these chess pieces around for the things we've asked for. And then we get to the stage and we don't even see what they've done. You know, they often hear them say that they're talking to us and we're not listening. And that's sometimes why we have bad accidents and things like that. It's for them to show that we have to stop and listen to them, you know. And then the biggest thing that we need to learn to do, which again we should have been taught as children, is to meditate. As Jesus said in the Bible, the church is within. Everything we need is within us. We don't need to look outside. Our power is within. God gave us a spark of his light to each soul, and then we carry it forward. And we need to go within. And as I've said before, I find meditation hard. I have to build myself up to it. I have to sit there for at least 5 minutes, telling my mind to be calm, and, you know, asking my ego not to interfere with me when I'm going to meditate. And then you go into meditation and you're sort of hoping that thoughts won't come in. Whereas to meditate is communion with God. So it should be the easiest thing in the world, but I find it quite difficult, and I know others do too. But even if you just stop whatever you're doing for 5 minutes or even a minute and just push all the thoughts out of your head, and you'll build with it, and you'll be calmer. You know, things won't bother you so much. And, you know, if you get red lights, you know that the guide's telling you to slow down, and you just start to have an understanding, and it builds until the pennies start dropping in. And now we're coming into the age of Saint Germain, who is one of the Ascended Masters, and he seems to like to work with Yeshua and Holy Mother, and he brings in Mary Magdalene because she's the other part of Yeshua. And he likes to work with the violet flame, and we can call upon this violet flame and ask it to transmute illnesses and things that are wrong in our body back to a state of love. Because it's only where we've come out of that pure state of love by holding on to things in our body and not letting go. And as I've said before many a time, we need to do something like the Ho'oponopono. To me, is the simplest way of dealing with it, because it's 4 steps and you just deal with each item as you go. You open your heart, you set the intention that you're going to clear down something, and then you ask for forgiveness of the situation or the person, and you say that you love the person because you're working soul to soul, heart to heart, and then you thank them for the lesson. Because at the end of the day, the other thing people don't understand is we're actually here for an experience of our soul, not for us, not the human side of us, but our soul side of us. So these things that happen to us, we've either agreed to it before we come down, or we have a plan when we come down, so we have agreed to it. And we agree to these things to shift karma that we think we have, and to bring us back to a place of love, and to allow us to lift our vibration higher. So all these things that happen to us in life, illnesses and whatever, they're all relating to us and our soul wanting that experience to start elevating our vibration. And people, we just don't understand that as normal people, and it's such a shame. I mean, when I first heard it, I was horrified. I thought, my God, why would we agree to stuff like this? And then when you understand it's your soul who wants the experience, it's not done to hurt us as a human being, which people believe. And, you know, we need to accept what's happening to a certain degree. and just allow it, because it will pass, provided we don't bring it into our heart and drill down on it. If we just accept it for what it is and then let it pass, and then life will be a lot easier. It will move on. And again, we can ask for help and guidance from our guides and angels. They can help with pain and things like that. They often can't cure disease, because the disease is something we agree to, but it doesn't mean you have to be in pain all the way through it. You can just, fair enough, have the disease. I know one person who has a cancer and she doesn't feel any pain whatsoever. And that's how we should all be. If we have to go through these things, the least pain we can be in, the better, you know. And again, it's just connecting and understanding it's not the human side of us. Our human body is basically a vehicle to get us from A to B, so we can experience these soul growth and elevate our vibration through love. And Jeshua has said that if you're in pain, just to keep repeating the word love, and it will change things, you know. And it's just such a simple thing to do. And now with Saint Germain coming into play, he used to be, in one of his reincarnations, he was the Bishop of Paris, and he used to feed all the poor, which was basically unheard of in those days. He is a humanitarian and he wants to help humanity. That's why he's come back at this time to help us. So you'll probably see more and more channeled messages from Saint Germain, and he's very down to earth, very loving, and he likes to give out the light codes when he deals with you on an individual basis. He's a wonderful person and amusing. So, and just the more now above any time in humanity, because we're moving to the fifth dimension, we are at a time, a crossroad if you like, where we can do our healing here and now by doing the Ho'oponopono, something like that. And the more we can clear down now, the better it'll be, because when we cross into the fifth, the less you bring with you, the better, the more your soul will shine through. And it's, as we clear these things down, all we're doing is allowing the light in, or in our case, allowing the light out. So the more we can work on here, we get like double merits for it, if you like. Whereas when we go to the fifth, it will still need to be worked on, but it won't be as effective, I guess, because it will be done a different way. You're already surrounded in love. So to do it here and now is better. It's like you're getting double brownie points for it. So as I said, the easiest way is to let go, which is never easy, but it's something that has to be done. I mean, when I had to start letting go of the children and things like that, it's like, and some of the things they do, they say if you want to have karma, have children, and I think they're right. And it was just, I used to have to keep repeating over and over again, let it go, because you take stuff that they do inside and it just festers and turns into something else, into a pain somewhere else. So you have to go within and release it, and you can do it. But like I said in the beginning, I used to go around singing that let it go from the Disney film that the children used to watch. And it does work, it does help. Even now sometimes I have to do it if there's something that's really agitating me, if you like. But that's life, and we have to get on with those sort of things. But generally now I can just let things in and let them go. I don't store them in my heart like I used to, you know. So it's a very good practice to get into, to release and ask for forgiveness, and then thank the person soul to soul, or thank the situation and tell them that you love them, because at the end of the day, if we all died tomorrow, we'd all be a soul back in heaven, and we'd all love each other because that's their vibration. So we wouldn't know any different. It's only when you come down here. And the reason we choose to come down here is because they refer to it as the Earth School. And it's because we want to elevate our vibration when we go back home. So any work we do down here is good. And like I said, double demerits. So, not double demerits, double brownie points. So that's the best way forward. And Saint Germain has put out a little prayer, and he says, it's so simple and it's so lovely, and it's just, Holy Father, I remember I am a Holy Spirit, and every person I meet or see is pure love. And I think that's so to the point and so beautiful. You know, I say it all the time because you can't judge someone if you're looking at them through the lens of pure love. And I think it elevates your vibration because you're seeing them as pure love. So you're pure love, you know. If you do that, particularly with children, you'll see how they change. And animals, you know, they just come to you, beautiful little things. Yeah, so try that, and it definitely helps. Anyway, I will call my, they're already here. I'll call the angels and my guides in, and we'll do the healing now. So if you take a seat and just close your eyes if you can, relax and open your heart and allow this healing in, because it is powerful healing. I was doing a healing the other evening, and they decided they'd start rocking me, and they do this. The vibration can be really high, and they were rocking me, and at one stage they were rocking me back so far I thought I was going to fall over, and I just burst out laughing. And I realised what they wanted to do was to lift my vibration higher, because they obviously needed that to get into this other person, and it was just, it just left you feeling joy, you know. And yeah, the man I was healing, he said he could really feel the energy coming in, and it helped his shoulder and ribs that he damaged. But they're amazing what they can do. So don't for one second think that nothing is happening, because it is. And just because we're on a video, they know we're on a video. And you can watch this anytime in the future, and it would all have the same effect, because they put the energy into this YouTube channel, and it will remain there. And anyone from now or in the future will receive the healing as though they watched it with us live. So with that said, I'll hush up and let them come in and do what they want to do. So just close your eyes, relax if you can, open your heart wide and allow the healing in. It's very important, because at the end of the day you are in control. So that's all you need to do. So I'll bring them in now. I hope you enjoyed that. It's very powerful healing. It blows me away. Always remember to live in gratitude. No matter how dark things seem, if you go out into Mother Nature, or even just look up at the skies and see the vastness and the beautiful blue colour, or of an evening see the stars, and know that you are important and you are part of this whole creation, and each one of us has a role to play. Do not let the darkness follow you. Like I said, let it go, and the more we let go, the more light we can let out, and it helps with the vibration of ourselves and everything around us. Try to love life as best you can, and if you need your angels or your guides, ask them to help you. Don't be afraid. Know that you're never alone. They're there, willing to help us. There's so many billions of angels that God just calls them the unemployed angels, and they will do anything to help you. So there's plenty of them to go around, and they're all eager to help us in any way they can, because it helps them elevate their vibration as well. So it's a win-win for everyone. We get to help, and they get to lift their vibration, and then we get to lift our vibration. When the darkness, we've moved it to one side. Just try and enjoy life, and try and enjoy nature. It's just so beautiful, you know. And try and bring your joy through. Speak to your inner child and bring the joy through. It's very important. And just try and be as happy as you can, no matter what's going on. I know it's hard when people are sick, but the guides and angels will help to heal that. They'll help you as much as they can, if it's not some sort of karmic problem that you're working through, but they can help to move the pain and to just let the light back in, you know, let you see that there is a path forward. If anyone would like to send me an email or ask a question, send me an email. If you want to add a name to the comments, you may. If you would like to get in touch to do a one-on-one, that's fine. I'm happy. I am busy, so you need to give me some time to try and fit you in. I will, and just a little bit of patience, and we'll get it sorted. You know, I'll explain more to you and whatever you need, and we'll get there. But I generally have appointments most days, so I will try and fit you in where I can. Just a little bit patient, and we'll get there. I thank you for being here again today, and I hope you enjoyed that beautiful energy from the guides and angels. And remember, always live in gratitude, and if you can, get out in nature, you know, and enjoy life for what it is, because it's beautiful and we're here to experience that. So until next week, I'll love you and leave you, and I'll see you then. Thank you kindly.